Alright, so you just watched the JMS update video. It's kind of a teaser trailer for exclusive stuff that we will never get. So my friend Kevin brought it to my attention, and they are getting 2 exclusive classes, whereas we only got Jet, and I don't really like it that much. So Kevin, tell you know some stuff about this, so go ahead. Floor's yours.
Alright, so this patch is going to be completely unique to JMS. It's called the Sengoku patch, Maple Story Sengoku, and I think it's going to be along with the Tempest patch, but it's going to be totally on its own, and it has a totally different story. The Sengoku patch doesn't really focus much on Black Mage Saga, but rather on this other saga which involves Demon Kings, such as there's some story with like 6 Demon King or getting 2 exclusive classes, kind of to make it up for the Jet class that we got, the Mikhail class that KMS got, and the Dragon Warrior that CMS and TMS got. 2 classes, 1 Samurai class and an Exorcist class. Samurai class is also called the Hayato class, and the Exorcist class called the Kana class. One is primarily male and one is primarily female. Not much is known about these. There's no real recorded gameplay. We can totally see that it's way more badass than the ones that we got. I mean, Jet is lame, whereas Samurais are totally ownage, and yeah. What about you? What
I
are your
have
opinions on that?
to say that I am kind of meh about it. I don't really want to say that it looks, or it's going to be awesome. I mean, it looks awesome, but is it going to be a better class than Jet? We don't know, because there's no gameplay of it, or any information other than this teaser trailer. So that's kind of my stand on it. I don't want to be someone who's like, oh yeah, Jet's lame, and I'm gonna just put my faith in something that I don't
Yeah.
it's not even out yet, but it still looks really cool.
I think you got a
So
point. Yeah, it makes sense because like I know I am putting too much faith in the Samurai, but like I'd say like aesthetically, it's much cooler in my opinion. Because like you would never know. I'm not sure if you would know if Jet is really a bounty hunter unless you were told that it's a bounty hunter. I mean, like it does look a bit like a bounty hunter, but the name Jet doesn't really fit it. And this class will be known as either the Samurai class or the Hayato class, and it's mostly known as a Samurai class, especially from the way it looks. In general, many people, before anything was mentioned, like this is a long way back, people have been anticipating for some sort of samurai class, or something that would go against the thief class, like samurais and ninjas and stuff. Yeah, like I am putting a lot of faith. Like personally, it's because I didn't really have much of a fun experience with Jet. Jet class is sort of fun, but didn't really catch much of my eye. And when I saw this Samurai class, I'm like, whoa, this is gonna be cool, in my prediction. But until we see gameplay, I guess, yeah, you're right, that we will not be too sure until the gameplay actually comes out. And the Exorcist class seems insane. Like I'm guessing the Exorcist class uses summoning to
maybe
fight.
kind
I
of,
don't know.
maybe kind
It's,
of
it's
like
just
the
a
Battle
wild
Mage,
guess.
where you can summon like that ghost spirit thing that runs around and kills stuff. Maybe you'll have more skills like that, whereas just being able to summon spirits that aid you in battle. But I mean, that would be my take on it. If I were to make some sort of Exorcist class, or maybe being able to summon. Okay, let's say you kill a monster and you have something activated that gives us for a certain % chance of reviving it as soon as it dies, and then that monster helps you attack other monsters for a while. I mean,
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
it's stuff like that. But, I never would have expected a class out of it. Exorcist especially. I mean, Samurai, of course, but
Samurai, I expected it
yeah.
to happen sometime
And,
sooner or later.
I'm expecting a total pirate revamp. Oh yeah.
Pirate.
They should
Oh man,
just take
pirates been
Brawler
taking a
out
beating.
and make a martial artist class and a pirate class. Give pirates, cannon, gun, and a sword. And then they should make a martial artist class where they have, brawler, which would be like street fighting, and taekwondo and karate, just a couple different fighting, stuff like that, and just separate it because you think of pirates. I never thought of fist fighting.
Yeah, fist fighting and everything. Like usually when it's pirates, I think like sword, swashbuckling, and like Corsair. Yeah,
okay,
I think it's appropriate.
If you think
Using,
of
like,
Johnny
guns,
Depp
but
as a pirate, what two weapons would he use? Sword or a gun? Yeah,
sword and gun.
It's that simple.
Or they could have just left the cannoneer as the secondary, like just leave it as Corsair and cannoneer. I mean, that sounds appropriate too. I mean, it would be cool if we had some sort of monk class, like an in-fight, like a martial artist class.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, like a separate
martial arts, like,
tree
it can be like
something.
Yeah. And if they're going to like separate it, it could be like, oh, one's focused on kicking, one's focused on punching, or
exactly
whatever. Like
and
I
just think they kind of went in the wrong direction with Pirate, and it didn't really help that when it first came out, it had all sorts of recycled mage attacks and sound effects. It's like you're shooting a gun and it sounds like you're healing, and it's like, what the hell? And backflipping was holy symbol. I was like, I hated it so much. And then it was hilarious because I'm shooting a frickin' gun, right? A gun. And I was level 40, and I remember I was weaker than a level 20 mage using Magic Claw. It's
jeez.
Come on, I'm shooting a fucking gun. Let me kill things. And it's like, I'm the weakest class in the whole game, and I'm using a gun. I mean, obviously there was no physics taken into account when they came out with those classes.
It's true. Like, I'm sure that there's a lot of people who want to defend against that case.
Yeah, no offense to anyone who plays pirates.
No offense to anyone who has a main that's like that or really takes pride in it. Like, no offense, don't worry, we're not
I
like
just thought
attacking.
that they could have I think they could have introduced the class better and maybe more appropriately by choosing a different path than a brawler. And I mean, come on, they could have put an Asian guy saying bang 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 bang, and that would have been a better sound effect than a holy a healing sound or something. It's like, really, come on. That doesn't sound at all accurate, and but I'm pretty sure they're more balanced out. That was like way when they got released. So, but they're definitely getting better at releasing new classes. But
yeah, they're getting way better. Well, I don't know if the samurai class was really planned by Nexon Korea, because usually most of the ideas come from Nexon Korea, and the exclusives. I don't know if Jet was made by Nexon Korea and only made exclusive to JMS, but
the way it plays out,
confusing.
I would say not so much, because the NLC alien invasion thing that they've recently done and changed NLC, that was all Nexon America, and that was a huge fail. And if you watch my walkthrough of it, I show all the stuff on how it's just like poorly done, and it's like the animation is horrible. You're being chased by aliens and they're not really even moving. It's just like a moving picture after you, and it's like, really? You couldn't make them animate, walk, march towards me? And even the machine I was in that I escaped in apparently wasn't even moving. It's just like, come on, and if you're gonna release stuff, you gotta really put the time into it to make it look decent. I mean, there's NES games that were better than that. I mean, that was 20 years ago. And, but you can tell what Nexon America makes and what Korean makes, And,
exactly.
I played through Jet, and, the stuff at the beginning and everything, I mean, it was a little
too much Mercedes in it.
I'm just saying the way it worked, the mechanics of it, it didn't seem like it was amateur, which in my opinion is what Nexon America is. They don't really know what they're doing. They're just translating most of the stuff they get from Korea. So
True, yeah. Well, yeah. Actually, yes, you're correct. I was thinking it was like,
when they came out with NLC, that was them really trying to come up with something on their own, and you know, it was okay.
It was okay.
Maybe less, but
More or less, yeah.
but
Wasn't Amoria also a GMS
I
exclusive?
actually
I
have
think
no
I
idea.
don't
You'd have to
remember.
look that up.
Yeah, I'll look that up
I
sometime.
mean,
But
it probably is, considering the fact that there's no familiar cards with them. Because,
oh, I see.
you know,
Yeah, probably.
there's no familiar cards with the other exclusive stuff we got, like NLC or Singapore, stuff like that. I mean, other servers have Singapore and stuff, but we have, you know, other versions have different patches towards it, and, you know, I know there's like a Taiwan version that we don't have, and so it's like an incomplete thing. I don't even know if that's KMS, but it might be.
version
And,
differences.
But it's interesting.
There's going to be a lot of new maps in, apparently, I think, I don't know, I wouldn't say a lot, but there's going to be new maps in the Sengoku patch. So, so prepare for a huge Feudal Japan Maple Story in JMS. If you guys have, if anyone has JMS.
Is there a way to register for JMS? I know it's really hard with Korean Maple Story.
Yeah, KMS you have to have a social security number, but for JMS I don't know. I think it's normal because like it all depends on like your region. Because like I know a friend in here, and he's born Canadian. I don't know if he's born Canadian, but he lived here most of his life, and he's Chinese, and he was able to get his hands on CMS. So I can't be too sure. Like I don't know, like if I tried registering for EMS, like Europe MS, even though I'm not in any way like I'm only part European. Like I don't know. I'll just give it a try or something. But from what I know, if you can register for JMS without the need of anything
That would
crazy
be cool.
like
We should do tutorials on how to make accounts in other servers. Yeah,
Google
just be like,
Translate.
okay, if you don't know what this means put in your email. You don't know what this means, this is put in your email again because it wants to verify or something. I don't know, but
And there's this secret thing you have to do: start a new tab and send your credit card info to this email account. No, I'm kidding.
you should look into see if there's a way to make a JMS account, and then that way we can try out these classes when they come out. Kind of sucks that it's only JMS.
I'd say we'll give a try to JMS. I'll check, see if we can register. I think because they're in different regions, the internet connection may not be stable, but
Yeah.
we don't know for sure. But if we do, I'm totally down. Like it's coming out July 11th, which is like a day before all the Phantom prizes come out. Oh yeah, by the way, Phantom comes out on the 9th, July 9th, not the 12th. Just to let you guys know. But yeah.
All right. Well, I think this video is long enough. We're closing
It's
in on
long enough, yeah.
we're closing in on
We kind of went
14
off
minutes,
topic like a
so,
lot.
yeah, thanks for talking with me, guys.
Yeah, man, no problem.
If you guys need more help with tutorials and stuff, make sure to check out hiddenstreet.net. They are a database for MapleStory, and they have all sorts of stuff. And if you play in GMS, you'd hit Maple Global, and they got all sorts of tabs on the side that you click, and it just gives you so much information. Just about everything you need to know is on this site, so make sure to check them out if you're lost. And to make things easier for you guys, I'll include a link in the bottom right corner of this video, along with links to my Facebook and Twitter if you want to add me there. And there's also a subscribe button, so please subscribe, like, comment. If you have any questions, I'll get back to you as soon as possible.